I'm local here, grew up in Berthoud, and got married and lived in Loveland ever since. And you guys are from Windsor, huh? Yeah. Nice place to grow up, I would imagine, like Berthoud was. I'm going to talk to you a little bit today. Hi, Rob. I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about methamphetamine. Rob's going to share a lot of information about, another side of meth. But what I'm here to talk to you today is my own life experience and the experience my family has had with methamphetamine and the results of that. And the first thing I want to ask you guys is, any of you have little brothers at home? Okay. As you watch this little clip that I'm going to play, is from a video that aired all across the state of Colorado earlier this year. I want you to think about my oldest son in this video and put yourself in his position if this is what happened with your little brother. He was a very, very happy child. Very happy child.
He do anything for his big brothers, and we do anything for him. And the drugs changed him 100%. They ran his life.
It evidently started with someone he worked with that he thought was cool. And he had told me at one point several years later, they sucked me in when I was 17 years old, and they ruined my life. He was a meth user then for 4 years, went through several residential programs, spent some time in jail.
We tried everything to get him off of it, and nothing worked.
His mind was gone. He was schizophrenic. He had extreme paranoia. He saw things and he heard things, but he never let any of us know how really bad it was.
Came home, and I saw kind of a silhouette in the garage, and I didn't know what it was. And we had to look 3-4 times before we realized, that's Mitch. And he was hanging. I immediately tried to pick him up, take the pressure off his neck, but he had already been dead for an hour.
My cell phone rang, and it was like, I don't even know, 1:32 in the morning. And I answered the phone, and it was Matt. And he was screaming in the phone, "Mom, Mitch is dead. He hung himself."
It's not a class thing, it's not a...
My son, Richard McKay Gray, he was the youngest of 5 kids. He was a twin. He has a twin sister that's 2 minutes older than he was. And she would always tease him about that she was the older one. He was the baby of our family. Mitchell was a really fun kid to raise. He was stubborn and tough, but he was fun. He was fun in the family. He was one who was always jumping into the picture when everybody else was trying to get their picture taken. Mitchell had to be in the middle of it. Mitchell was the one who always cared about everybody else in the family and always wanted everybody to get along. Mitchell wasn't real competitive. His 2 older brothers were very competitive, and Mitchell was not that way. He just cared a lot about everybody in the family. I remember one time when he was just a little guy, probably 4 or 5 years old, his dad and I were having an argument. And we were sitting on the couch not speaking to each other. And Mitchell crawled up and sat right in between the middle of both of us. And he put his arm around his dad, he put his arm around me, and he sat there and said, "It's okay, you guys, look on the bright side." And that's how Mitchell was. He was always trying to help everybody. He always wanted to be the peacemaker, didn't want anyone to hurt. Mitchell cared a lot about people, cared about other people's feelings. Mitchell was my son that was so proud of me. I remember one time I worked at the newspaper, and years ago when Mitchell was in middle school, they asked me to come because I'm in advertising at the newspaper, and they're having like a career parents day. And they asked me to come and talk, and I came and talked, and my son was just like so proud of me. I brought things for the kids and handed out things and talked to them, and he was just like beaming. He was so proud of me. And Mitchell wasn't too proud of himself after he made some really bad decisions when he was 17 years old. Somebody he worked with evidently he thought was cool, and had a cool car, and someone convinced him to try meth one time. That one time he tried meth would be the beginning of hell for the rest of our family and for Mitchell for the next 4 or 5 years. He became quickly addicted to methamphetamine. He, at one point, got so addicted he started using a needle and he started shooting meth intravenously. In this whole time period, a lot of our lives is like a blur at this point because our whole family was consumed with how to help